Institute Contractors First, here with Bradley Williams from TCHEM, guys. And we're here to talk about the TCHEM event that's happening on the 20th and the 21st, which is just next Wednesday and Thursday, guys, in Greensboro, North Carolina. Greensboro is about how far? How far is it from Charlotte? How far is it from the rest of the world? I heard you're kind of like in between Raleigh and Charlotte. Is that true? Is it right dead between them?
Yeah, we are. So we're like an hour north of Charlotte on 85 and an hour west of Raleigh on Interstate 40. So we're right at the intersection of like two of the biggest interstates on the East Coast. That's why we're a huge trucking hub, and very easy to get to from anywhere up and down 85, or anywhere east to west on 40.
That's awesome stuff. And guys, you can still register. It's not too late. I know there's a ton of pressure washing, exterior wash guys, carpet cleaners, landscapers, whoever you are. If you're interested in learning about the exterior wash business, guys, make sure you get registered at National Cleaning Expo. And really quick, this classic Extreme Duty 19, you can win this from the internet. You can be sitting in your recliner at home watching the event live. Just go to National Cleaning Expo, go to the TCHEM event, click on the watch live feed, sign up for that. And at the time we're going to be giving that thing away, and at the time of all the classes, you're going to get a text message saying, hey, it's starting. And then all you got to do is simply click on that link and continue to watch. And there's going to be a lot of good education going on. Of course, we always want people in attendance, but it's just an alternative for you. If you can't make it, you can watch from anywhere in the world. We also got a cold water machine, and I'm going to put a disclaimer on this. We don't know if it's a 4-gallon or a 5-gallon a minute machine, but there's going to be a cold water unit given away by F&A Group. We appreciate the F&A Group and Bill Fisher and all the boys over at the F&A Group for giving that one away. And, of course, there's going to be some other prizes. Brad, what's another prize that you got? You got something cooking, don't you?
Yeah, we got a legacy surface cleaner, 24-inch surface cleaner that guys over at Spray Mart have sent our way. So we'll be giving that away, and then we're going to be doing some chemical giveaway and some other things as well. But you'll have to be there in person to take advantage of that.
That's awesome, awesome stuff. So we're gonna have we know we're gonna have at least 3 or 4 giveaways. There's gonna be some other stuff, and I'm sure there's some other folks there that are gonna probably, at the drop of a hat, they're probably gonna. We always wind up with some last minute giveaways, but the main thing is this, guys. Brad's gonna go over the agenda really quickly. We're not gonna get in depth with it, but we're gonna just kind of give you their one-line thing of what they're gonna do. And I just want to let you guys know I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to clean exterior concrete. We're going to be doing it in a dumpster and probably have a little bit of sidewalk. That's what I'm going to be doing. So you can skip me on the agenda, Brad. I already told them what I'm doing. Let them know the rest of the lineup. Starting with, who do we start with?
Wow, there's a lot of great hands-on training. So Trudy's going to be doing some demonstrations on dealing with cleaning paint and not damaging some of these paints with bleach, like what to do, how to do it. I think that's going to be really eye-opening from experience, not getting in a situation where you damage somebody's house. That can be huge. We got Judd West going to do his accessories class. That's exciting. I believe Pat's going to be doing something in the morning around cleaning. We'll see. So you just have to be there for that. But, in addition to just the exterior cleaning, we got the guys from Stain and Seal Experts. So they're going to be covering wood restoration, which is something I know almost everybody in this side of the business needs to know how to do, as well as staining and refinishing. And if you're not doing that and you're like, I wonder if that's something I should be looking at to, add some extra business to what I'm doing, or, make more out of my contracts, they're going to be going through that entire process from restoration to staining and dealing with new stuff. We also have the guys from Deco. They're going to be going over paver sealing. So those might be some things you may or may not be doing now, or you're interested in, that are kind of in addition to just the exterior cleaning along with that.
Awesome stuff. Lots of other guys though, right?
Yeah, we got lots of other guys.
Talk about the keynotes. There's one keynote I'm super excited about. I think you know who it is.
Yeah, so the morning is going to be all hands-on training before it gets too hot. We'll be outside. really honing in on what to do and how to like hone your craft. But in the afternoon, we're going to have some amazing keynote speakers. Ron knows how excited I am about that. I'm always a little biased towards the business side of things. We've got Pat Clark coming in. He's going to be doing a presentation on sales, and sales is the lifeblood of your business. So I think that's going to be super exciting. Then we have Dirk from Bergflow, and Dirk runs a consulting and coaching company that specializes in helping companies get organized and go from, just being a 1, 2, 3, 4-man technician to actually building a company, and what it takes to build a team, to hire people, and to actually find out, like, to build true scale into your business. If that's something you're thinking, man, in the future, that's something I want to build. It's a can't miss presentation. Is that the one you were thinking of, Ron?
I'm actually thinking of your third generation guy. That's who I'm thinking. And it's because I love his simple explanation of social media, how to use it, and how powerful it is. I can't tell you, he showed me a trick that I'm using now that was so obvious. And what the main thing that I loved about it, and I know you didn't see his presentation yet, but the main thing I loved about it is that he got the crowd. The crowd didn't even know they were doing social media. You understand? Because he gets in there and does it live, and he's doing his own live social media while we're recording him or while we're broadcasting him live. And then he got other people to get up and turn their phones on and come in to do their own social media live. He got about, I don't know, man, probably 10 people to get active with him. And it was funny because after the show, this was the craziest important thing. After the show, these people really had strong testimonials of actual, hands-on, putting it to the test and actually continuing to do it. And it really, really changed their perception on how their business was being done, because we all know, man, the world out here is all about social media, right? I mean, there's no more network TV. Is there, Brad? I mean, does anybody watch network TV?
The world has made a move, and in this internet 2.0 moving into internet 3.0 phase, people, they're not even just hanging out online anymore. And if you think about your own habits, we hang out in social media networks, and we might not be the same one. It might be a Facebook or an Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn or whatever your choice is, but that's where we're spending our time. So understanding how to do social media is understanding how to connect with and reach your customers. And it's an absolute must-have skill. So he's talking about Joe Everest,
That's the
defense
guy.
expert himself. Not only is he great at social media, he is a third-generation contractor in his family's fencing business. He's got a huge social media following, and he's going to break down why it's not hard to make video, why it doesn't have to be hard to put yourself out there, something anybody can do. And if you want to stand out, if you want to stay relevant, you're going to have to learn how to do it. So that's going to be, I'm really excited about that class too.
I don't think that Joe's any better. I think the speakers that we have are probably all dynamically on the same level in their own expertise. But what gets me excited about Joe's thing is the fundamental aspects of doing this are just so important to everybody's service business. And I don't think service people understand it, because when I talk to somebody, and I know you do a lot of consulting, I do a lot of free consulting. So when I hear guys, the first questions we always ask them is, well, tell me what you're doing right now, right? We always say, what are you doing right now for your marketing, advertising, and sales? And how many times do you find, Brad, there is no social media in it? And it's crazy, isn't it? Like, they're doing nothing, but yet they want to know how to get business, when in reality is just being out here, right here. TCHEM is here right now. We're right in front of you guys. You're watching this. I just text blast this to 5,000 people just a couple seconds ago. And here we go. We're going to be in front of potential people that might be listening and create some value from what we're doing and wind up at the TCHEM event. As a matter of fact, I can guarantee you, Brad, that when we hang up this transmission, we're going to have signups, aren't we, Brad?
I have no doubt that we will. And to do that, you can see it down at the bottom here, nationalcleaningexpo.com. Our event is absolutely free. So all you have to do is get in the car and come join us next Wednesday and Thursday. No catch, no nothing. It's a free event because, Ron, and this is why we're partnered up with Ron on an event like this, is we share the belief that helping contractors be successful is the best thing we can do for this industry. And we all want this industry to thrive. We want you to thrive in your business. So money cannot be the excuse on why you don't make it to this event. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you, we always hear it. I don't have any money to advertise. I mean, guys, that's something you cannot say. And you cannot say that you don't want to invest. Because here's the thing, it's a free event, but let's face it, no event's really free, right? You got to come, your time is valuable, right? So you got to take time away from the kids, the business. You got to come and get a hotel room. You got to eat for a couple of days. You may have to fly in. So that investment in your business, the only great thing about this event right now is this event is being paid for by TCHEM to help you out and lower the cost a little bit of your education, because nothing is free. And I can guarantee you this, lots of people say paid events sometimes are better than free events. The value of this event, I'm just gonna put a price tag on it. I think it's $1,100 easily for the 2 days. I think the value is about $1,100. These are speakers that you're going to get in front of, and Pat's not going to hold anything back. I'm going to just be honest with you, he charges $10,000 to go on a consulting with him for a day. Okay. He's going to be there in front of you. And you know what? I guarantee you, he's not going to say, hey, give me your credit card. He's going to answer any questions. If you raise your hand in that audience, he's going to answer any questions, and he's going to give you his take on what he thinks you should do right there at this event. So having somebody like that, and Dirk and all the other guys that do coaching, and even Brad, you cannot put a price tag on that, because here's the one thing they can't do, right, Brad? They can't have all three in the room for 10,000, can they?
No, you can't. No, you can't. If you called them up and said, I want you to come spend the day with me, it would cost a lot more than that.
Yeah. And at the TCHEM event, it's really what they got, isn't it? I mean, it really is. It's what they got. It's what you're getting. So maybe the $1,100 is even maybe I've undervalued that.
Well, Ron, I think about it's like, it's not even just getting to listen to their class. These guys are going to be hanging out. You're going to have access to each one of these guys, and you just go up and you ask them questions. And I know each of them will be happy to answer you and talk to you and help you. I mean, Pat's a perfect example. I mean, we're talking to him about the event, and it's like, hey, Pat, do you want like a booth or something? He's got this whole sales organization, and he's like, nah, I don't, I'm not, I just want to go give value. I just want to go help people. Like, I think that that's really special. So if you're not coming and taking advantage of that, that's on you, because he said, I want to come help. I want to come answer people's questions. I want to come share, because he wants you guys to be successful. So.
Absolutely, he does. There is no doubt. He absolutely wants it. Pat gets so emotional at these things. It's absolutely crazy. It really is. I guess Nikki wanted me to change the background, Brad, so I changed the background.
Yeah. She's waiting for that TCHEM background.
You know what's funny is I don't have one. You got to get me a TCHEM one that runs all the way through TCHEM.
Yeah, Nikki, where's the step and repeat TCHEM logos for us?
Trudy's is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trudy's is pretty cool. You got to get me one like that.
But guys, yeah, I mean, I think, we have that's not even all the speakers we have. Both days are jam-packed. We're going to start early. You're not going to want to be there late. You're going to want to be there for the rotations. We've got, I think, 8 or 9 stations happening in the morning. So, and we've got, I believe, 3 slots each morning. So you're going to have to pick what you want to hear. Obviously, you could stay at the same one and hear it over and over and talk with these guys if that's what you're looking for. But you're going to want to be there. We're starting at 8 o'clock. Registration opens at 7:30. And then we've got some other awesome guys. Matt Warner is coming all the way from Nebraska. to come speak. This guy has built an amazing business, and
he's my first guy that I want to meet since I got introduced to him. But I think I'm going to wait, but I'm excited probably to see him. And I'm hoping that I have the same experience that I had with Joe when we actually meet. That's what I hope, and I think we will because we gelled pretty good. I didn't know David was a baseball guy. We missed him again the other day because I set another meeting up with him, but I think he just forgot about it. But it's okay. I'm gonna get to hang out with him, and I know Matt, man. He's got some real knowledge, and that technology stuff that he's trying to implement and bring to our industry is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Well, you guys are going to be the very first ones to get to see this technology. He's built out this platform for the fencing industry, and they've been working very hard. Their developers have the last few months to adapt this and rebuild it for the wash and clean industry. And this is the first time that that'll be shown and shared. So it's pretty cool. I think it's something that could be a real game changer in your sales and your follow-up and your online marketing that we've been talking about. So that's something you're going to want to check out, and you got to be there. I mean, Trudy's making an announcement. I don't even know what it is, but she is pumped. So these are things you got to be there, and you're not going to want to miss it all. Dave, so after that conversation about baseball, Ron, we were talking to Dave, and he is putting his entire presentation is going to be how business is like baseball. So if you like sports and you like baseball, I know it is going to be totally like an unforgettable thing about the lessons he's learned as a coach for the last 3 decades and how that can apply to your business in meaningful ways. So that's going to be a fun presentation because Dave gets so excited when we talk about ball.
I do too. I like when we use the baseball analogies too because it's fun. It's just a lot of fun doing that.
So, and then I think the only person we haven't mentioned is Caleb Roth from Stain and Seal Experts is going to be speaking in the afternoon. I've got to spend some time with Caleb, and Caleb is a master of not reinventing the wheel. If you don't know anything about his business, he says it lives in dog years because he is on a rapid expansion, and he has a real passion for like sharing that with contractors. That's where he comes from. He was just a staining contractor, started this business making the stain because he was tired of the crap products on the market. I know many of you guys have kind of experienced that in different spaces, and started this company. And he's a master at like taking what people do and adapting it to what he does to be successful. And there's a lot that can be learned from that. So really excited to have him there too. He's an awesome guy. Every one of these people, and I think even beyond the topics they're sharing, I can speak to, these are guys that want to help you be successful, want to help you in your business, want to spend time with you, want to talk to you. So all you have to do is show up and take advantage of it. If you make that investment, they've done.
That's it. And look at this. Paul's going to sleep in his truck.
That's what I'm talking about. I bet we can find a spot for you, Paul.
He wants to have a Pat Clark story.
One thing that they've done a lot of studies on this, and when companies look at where is the biggest place that you can get an ROI on your investment in your company, Ron, do you know what that is? It's training.
ROI. I know what ROI is.
The biggest return you can get, the absolute best investment your business can make is in training of you and your people.
Oh, absolutely.
Is hands down will get you the best return for your time, your dollars, and your effort. So that's why we're putting this on. We want to see you guys win.
What's funny is that when I tell people that they go, man, you did a lot of sales when you had your company, and I go, no, man, I did a lot of training. Because when you find out somebody that's really successful in their business, you find out that the key to what their success was in their business is the training of their own employees. I want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
Do you Do you think, and I'll tell you mine, and if your opinion is different, it's okay, because you and I have had different opinions on things, and it's okay. We're still friends. I always like training people. Like when I look for a person to fill a spot, um, to me, because I had the systems in play and the training process down, whether they had any experience or not, to me, I found out it was a lot easier to train somebody in those positions and not have any of the, like an old dog, trying to teach an old dog new tricks. And you were able to teach them the way you wanted it to do. And I always had a thing with the employees where we always got together and we always met and bounced things off, because we were always trying to explain to them that we wanted to hear their ideas. If we were doing something wrong, man, we wanted to know. If you thought there was a better way to do it, let's hear it. Let's fix it. Because I had a lot of, I'm going to tell you what built my company was, what people think it's me. It was my employees. It was the people that I had hired, and we instilled in them to to change things. If they thought that some way was better, we were going to give it a shot. And you know what? It's funny how when you had that attitude. But my original question wasn't totally that. It was just, do you like hiring the qualified person, or do you really just like training them raw from within and molding them into what you wanted?
You absolutely have to hire for character, for alignment, for work ethic. You hire for the things you cannot train. Skills can all be trained. There is nothing that we do in our business that requires a skill that cannot be trained. But what you cannot train is who someone is and how they show up. And so
So
any day,
so
any day of the week.
raised right, they can follow directions, and they can self-manage, right?
I think
Those are my top
those are
three.
all part of it, but it's like, and every team is different. But if you know, what does it mean to be successful in your organization? Like who you guys are as an organization, you might have somebody who would be really great on someone else's team, but could be devastating in your team. And you can't train them in or out of that, right? So it's who they are and how they show up. And I think there is a level of character in it, and I think there's a level of like hard working in it. There's a level of knowing how to help the team win, right? Like it's not just what's for me. It's kind of being a team player. You talk about your business, and like I couldn't agree with you more. As a business owner, our job is to surround ourselves with people who can move the needle in our world, because we can only do so much as one person. You can only do so much. You can put on all the hats, but you can't wear them all full time. You're not the best at everything. And so having people in your world who are moving the needle, especially in things that are not your like zone of genius, if you will, huge, absolutely huge.
Yeah, because we can't do everything, can we? It's not possible.
I'm not even good at a lot of things. I'm good at a few things.
What are you
You know,
horrible at? I want to know.
Ron, it's funny. I think this is a good topic for it. I am a horrible technician.
Okay.
Like you would not want me to be the guy, squeezing the trigger gun or building the machine, turning the wrench. Like I am a horrible, that's not that I don't understand it. It's just, I'm just not patient with it.
I'm
I'm not the
okay
guy.
with it, but I hate doing it. So that's not, so there's no way you want me coming out to clean your house. That's not going to happen.
Exactly. And the guys that bring their machines to TCHEM, you don't want Brad to get the wrench out to fix your machine. Like I'll do good for about the first 50% of it. And then I'm like, I hate this. And then throw it back together. I give you something to break in like 2 minutes. So, but we have guys who are amazing at that. And that's why they work with us as technicians, because they're way better at that than I would ever be. So yeah, that's something I'm horrible at. How about you, Ron?
You do not want me handling anything to do with human resources. I'm terrible at it. I'm terrible at that. It's the worst thing. I would get people that would call in. I mean, I don't care why you're calling in. To me, All that created was I've got a problem now. You know what I mean? That was my attitude. And I don't have any empathy, I guess, because they're sick or the things that happen. And I really made a bad position one time with a guy that was with us really a long, long time. And he had a death in the family. Well, he didn't tell me that he had a death, and he called off. Well, I mean, you could spare me those details a little bit, that happened, and I probably would have handled the situation differently. And that's when I no longer handled human resources, and we hired somebody because
Yeah.
everybody agreed that I should not be dealing with that. So
What
did we
what
lose?
is
Did we
no,
lose you?
no, I was looking at the comments down there. They're tiny on my
What?
screen.
I
Someone was
think Nikki's
addressed to
laughing
me.
at me.
Yeah, well, it was funny.
There you go.
That yeah. Whatever. That was addressed at me. I had a track car on for a while, and I used to just cuss and detest going out there to prep it to use it. I'd put it off the last minute, and I would, it was a painful process for me. I learned that as much as I wanted to learn to work on cars, it's not a good use for me, not a good thing for me. So, guys, there is so much fun stuff happening at the event. I mean, if nothing else, come for the giveaways. Come to get some free stuff. You can come, you get free stuff, free information. We're going to be hanging out on Wednesday night too, and that's just as valuable as the classes. So
Free
we're going to
food.
have free food. There's a cash bar. We're going to be hanging out on the patio, and you will learn more and gain just as much from those conversations you have with people as you will during the day. So everybody likes free food. You do need to register for that though. Like, you got to register to get your spot for the free food, man. It's limited. So yeah, come hang out with us Wednesday night after
Let's
class.
see, man. I'm gonna just take a look right now. I'm gonna see. We said that somebody would register, and let's see if that happened. Let's see if it happened. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh my goodness. It looks like we did. We got one registration. One registration so far, just since we've been on. That's awesome. See, there you go. Joe was right. Social media works. You just got to get online and do it, right?
You got to do it and then keep doing it, just like everything else.
Keep doing it, right? I know he laughed like he would get a call. Like I remember when he was talking, and he go, yeah. Kid calls me up and he says, Joe, I went on social media last week and nothing happened. And he goes, wait a minute, you went on one time for like 12 seconds? And yeah, like the kid was like, that was what he did. He was like 12 seconds on his Instagram, and he thought the money was supposed to just start flowing in. It's like you said, you got to do it day after day, and you got to have a plan, and you got to, like anything, you got to orchestrate it. It's got to run smooth. Not everybody's, and it's funny because everybody's trying to look for a viral video. My viral videos never made me a nickel.
No, what you need is one or two of the right people to see your video who are going to pick up and call you and be your customer.
That's
It's like the biggest underestimation about any of it is the power of consistency. Like, the power of consistency is the big secret with social media, with these videos, with these broadcasts. If you don't believe that, look at what Ron's doing. This man is on here every day doing these videos, being consistent, and that's what pays off. So I cannot emphasize that simple fact enough. The one thing I also cannot emphasize enough is, man, come to the event. Don't miss out on this. nationalcleaningexpo.com. Register, pre-register if you can. That helps us out tremendously. Is there anything else we need to cover today, Ron?
No, man, I think we've covered it all. I mean, they just need to register, get to the event. You did forget Mark Tulliano because he's not on your list, but Mark's coming along with Clint, and they're going to be doing a little paver sealing. They're going to do a hard surface sealing, right? That's what they're doing. They're going to be doing that type of training. Did you mention Bo?
I did not mention Bo.
Bojo
No.
Seti
Yep.
also is coming for the organization. He's going to teach some spray techniques, guys. There's a lot of instructors coming, man. I mean, what do you got? You said 9 stations, and then we got what, like 6 or 7 speakers throughout the net, in the afternoons.
Yep.
So we're gonna do the stations outside while hopefully it's cooler, right? I mean,
That's
it's
right.
not
That's right.
not as hot. When that sun comes up, we're gonna go do some lunch, get some food, and then we're gonna move inside where it's cool, and then do the afternoons both days inside where it's kind of cool at. And we're gonna do a little bit of socializing. Now on the first night, I'm unclear. So on the first night when we come in on Tuesday night, the night before the event, is there a little gathering going on that night that's kind of informal?
There's not an informal gathering going on. We're just letting everybody get in, get checked into the hotel if you're coming in from out of town, get rested up, and we're gonna start early on Wednesday morning. So
Okay,
we don't
so
want
early on
anybody,
Wednesday morning.
yeah,
So
we don't want
Wednesday
anybody
night,
to show up because they've been up till 2 or 3 o'clock hanging out, having a good time. We want you to make sure you're rested and you're there at 7:30 on Wednesday morning.
though, there is a formal gathering, and we're doing that on
Yeah.
property at the hotel.
Formal, informal, right there on property. Yeah, we're gonna be hanging out, having
So
food.
it's not black tie. We're not coming. We're not dressing up for this thing. Just
Nah, man,
come
short
casual.
t-shirt and flip flops. You're good to
come
go.
come come casual. Everything's going to be good. We're going to get some nice good food, and we're going to get some drinks, and we're going to be able to network. How valuable is that part of the show to you? What do you think, that as far as all the past kind of networking events you've been to, is that part sometimes as valuable as the education? Or because, see, I don't put lots of guys put value on that networking that's like through the roof. To me, I believe that the training is more valuable than that part. But I get networking. I get it. You have to network, right? In business, network, network, network.
Yeah, it's who in business is really valuable. I think it's those conversations. 2 things happen. One, you have a really good chance of meeting somebody that you can continue a relationship with, that you can bounce ideas off of, that you can, problem solve together. And I think that has a lot of lasting value. I also think you have a really good chance of kind of having an aha moment with somebody, and somebody, you have that conversation and they're like, this happened and this happened, and here's how I solved it. And you're like, mind blown. I'm dealing with that same issue now. So, it's different. I wouldn't say it's more valuable because I know who's speaking here, and it's not just going to be some guys getting up front and you're like, I don't understand this. What are they talking about? This is just boring. You're going to get a lot from the speakers.
Well, we agree on this one then. We agree on this one. Everybody always puts a lot of emphasis on the networking, and I love the networking. Don't get me wrong. I love to have fun, and you're right. Sometimes gold happens there, and you meet the right person, and you continue a relationship that's invaluable for the rest of your life or the rest of your business career, of course. But that doesn't always happen, right? But we know that the training that goes on, we know the value there is going to happen. And we know that if you do it, here's some advice before we wrap this. I'm going to let Brad take us out, but I want you guys to understand something. Besides all these giveaways and the prizes and the food and the networking and the fun that we're going to have, there's something I want you guys to realize. Come to this event to learn, but come to be a good student. So many guys come to these events not turning their ears on, not realizing that they need to be here and be present. And also a lot of putting on a lot of action. You've got to take action, guys. If you come to this event, make sure that you take action, because it really is important, guys. All these speakers here, hopefully Brad comes back in and closes out. If he doesn't, I'm going to wrap this thing up. But the bottom line is, guys, come and be a good student. Open your ears. And the biggest thing, apply and take action to what you learn at this event. That's the way you're really going to get the value out of this event, guys. Hey, guys, Share this event. I'm going to give away a couple of t-shirts. If you share these later on today, I'll come on. But look, guys, get to this event. nationalcleaningexpo.com. If you're online, get signed up for the live feed. You can watch it right from your lazy boy at home. We look forward to seeing you guys there. Brad obviously ain't coming back, so I'm going to wrap this thing up. Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute, Contractors First. Look to seeing you guys all out there in Greensboro. I'll be on property on Monday morning next week. The show starts Wednesday morning. We'll see a lot of you guys Tuesday night.